Hello everyone, I'm Rodney Reynolds, and I just thought that we could have a little chat. Just you and me, or me and a bunch of you, if there's a whole lot of you watching this. So, today is November the 12th. It's around 10 degrees here, so it's not cold, it's not warm, but you know, winter's coming, and we've been lucky here in southern Ontario so far. Snow is staying away. Oh, my phone is trying to keep up here with the darkness that is actually falling. So I'll shoot this until it gets to a point where, well, I can't shoot anymore. So, yeah, what's going on? What's going on with you? You tell me what's going on instead of me telling you all the time. Let me know what you're doing in life. What games are you playing? You know, what job do you have? What aspirations do you have? What are your thoughts for the future? What are your thoughts on, I don't know, anything? Hikes. Something I do a lot. Go hiking. Anyway, so a game I didn't play. I've played actually a lot of them over the last couple of years. Had a bit of a downtime there for a little while. Didn't play any games for, it was like 4 years, 5 years. Didn't play hardly anything. Can you believe that? Anyway, I had a long break, and when I got back into it, I purchased a computer system and with a 3080 into it, and you know, played all the games I wanted to and want to, and still does a very good job. The only thing I don't like about it, and this is a complaint for every video card, is the fact that, you know, sometimes the fans ramp up. You know, I absolutely hate fan noise. But yeah, so the last 2.5 years I've been doing a hell of a lot of gaming, and I keep mentioning I should probably shoot a video on all the games that I've shot, all the shooting that I've done in the games, all the games that I've played, and shoot a video on all that, and give you my impression on some of the ones that I think are just absolute gems. And there are a lot of gems out there that are less than $15, and you can get 100+ hours out of the game. So it's just exceptional. And if I sometimes seem out of breath, well, it's because I walk maybe a little too fast. I'm not sure, but I like to go out, walk fast, you know, get my 2 to 5K in as quickly as I can. It's, you know, it's not necessarily a hiking trail here. It's open field. And actually, this is a hydro corridor that goes through here. Goes all the way across Ontario and further. So pretty. You can't really hike it or walk all of it. I suppose you could, but sections are, you know, there's highways and stuff in the middle, and rivers and all that stuff. That would be interesting, wouldn't it, to do, you know, could call it a pole line hike or something. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so getting back to gaming. So I think I'm going to get, I played Witcher 3 for a little while, 16 hours I put into it in 2020. And I gave it up because I thought that they were going to maybe put out a remastered edition of that game. And they did not do that. So, and it doesn't look like they're going to do it. So I figured I'd just mod the hell out of it and play it. And, you know, make it with mods kind of like a next-gen game. Which, you know, it's hard to do. I mean, you know, a lot of the gameplay itself looks a little archaic and old and stuff. So, I mean, I'm in now a few hours into it, and you know, it's good. It's a great game. I mean, it's a great story. It's wonderful. I mean, it is a fantastic game. There's no doubt about it. But it's, you know, something you need to be kind of committed to, and you need to kind of dive into it and have a headspace for it to you know, get through all of it. It's, you know, it's a long game. So yeah. The plan is to try and start it and finish it. Who knows, might get, you know, again 10 or 20 hours into it and go, well, it's not what I expected, and it's, you know, it's too dragged out. But as I remember before, after having 16 hours into it, I really enjoyed those first 16 hours. And this new playthrough, because I decided to go and start a brand new game, because 2 years ago you kind of forget a lot of the, you know, nuances, right, of the game. You can't remember everything and stuff. So yeah, it's you know, so far so good. But it's one of the games you can get now. You pick it up for next to nothing. I think I might have got it for maybe $10 or something with the DLCs. So it's a great deal. So yeah, it's getting darker. Phone is still trying to keep up. Probably looks a little wishy-washy here, like I'm, you know, delay. But not a bad job. I was thinking about getting, which I mentioned in another video, some, you know, other action camera or something on a pole. But I have to say, like, being able to shoot this on your phone is, well, first of all, it doesn't look like you're a moron or out walking around with a, you know, a camera on a stick and you're like, everyone's looking at you. This is a little more incognito, I think, than that. But oh man, I've looked at them a lot of times. The Hero 11 and DJI's Action 3. I think that's the one I probably would go for, but I don't know, you know, being able to shoot on this is simple. Being able to delete the files on it is simple. If you screw it up, you can go back. You can edit it if you want to, which I don't do a lot of, but you can. You can export images, you know, from the video on it, and it's all in the cloud, and it just works. It's easy, like, you know, the only thing that I can't do, of course, with this phone is rated for some water, but not a lot. It's a Pixel 6, so. What I'll probably do is I'll just wait for another year or so, and I'll just get a Pixel 7 maybe, or something like that, because it does work really well. I don't have any kind of camera. I don't have any like pole mount here, telescopic mount for this particular camera. I just hold it with my hand, and it works really well. So, and a lot of these action cameras, they're not that great either in dull, you know, weather like this. When the, you know, darkness falls, it's pretty horrendous. But this is doing a pretty good job, and we've got another month, and then the days start going ahead, right? In December, I think it's December 21st. The days will get longer then. So I don't know. In another couple of weeks, it will probably be extremely dark, and I can probably use the lighting that's on the camera as well to assist me. So that will help. And I could have used it now, I suppose, but I did not. But yeah, let me know what's going on. What are you playing? What are you doing? What are you up to? Let me know. Ask me questions. I'll try to get to as many of them as I possibly can. And isn't it great that my channel's back? Well, I certainly think so. I love the fact, you know, that everything was there. And I do have everything backed up. It's just not in some kind of like super organized fashion. I have it all. It's just that some of it's from the year 2000. My first video was shot in October, October, I think it was the 24th, late October, the year 2000. So 22 years ago, you know, and I know that because, you know, what happened with the hack, and I was looking back at what I had backed up, and I knew I had everything backed up, and I have multiple backups done as well, so, you know, kind of covered there. But still, it's a very scary experience, very scary. And you know, if these hackers can trick me when it comes to opening up files or clicking on emails, they can trick, in all honesty, anybody, because I know all too well how vulnerable people can be. And you know, it was a copyright thing that got me. And YouTube, they do send you, you know, copyright violations if you have any, or, you know, if you break community guidelines, they do send you emails on that. You just got to super inspect the email from top to bottom, and you know, make sure that you don't open it. But you know, it might be anything. The hacker could be sending you any file. you know, that's loaded with some kind of malware or whatever. But yeah, well, I'm going to end it here. I hope you enjoyed this little talk that we've had. I will see you in the next one. And remember, hit the bell so you get notified when I release a new video. Subscribe, like, and share. And consider becoming a Patreon as well. See ya.